Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Tim who lived in a small village surrounded by lush green hills. Tim was an ordinary boy with an extraordinary spirit. He was always eager to help others and he had a kind heart. One day, while Tim was playing in the fields with his friends, a fierce thunderstorm rolled in. Lightning bolts were striking all around them, and Tim's friends were scared. But Tim stood firm. He had always been fascinated by lightning and he was not afraid. As the storm raged on, a particularly bright bolt of lightning struck Tim and he felt a strange energy coursing through his body. He felt different and he knew that something had changed within him. Over the next few days, Tim began to discover that he had been granted a special power by the lightning. He could control the elements and manipulate the weather. He was overjoyed and decided to use his powers to help others. One day, the village was threatened by a massive landslide that was heading straight for them. Tim knew that he had to act fast to save the people he loved. He gathered all the villagers and led them to safety, using his powers to control the elements and divert the landslide. The villagers were amazed and grateful, and they hailed Tim as a hero. From that day on, Tim used his powers to protect the village from all sorts of disasters. He helped during droughts by summoning rain, and he stopped devastating wildfires by creating strong winds. He was always there to help when the village needed it. However, Tim's powers also attracted the attention of a group of evil men who wanted to use his powers for their own gain. They captured Tim and took him to their secret lair, where they locked him away and tried to force him to use his powers for their own purposes. Over time, the evil men who had captured Tim grew more and more powerful. They had learned how to control the elements themselves, and they were using their powers for evil. They caused droughts, unleashed devastating storms, and threatened to destroy the village and all its people. The villagers were afraid and did not know what to do. They turned to Tim for help, but he was nowhere to be found. The evil men had taken him far away to a dark and foreboding castle deep in the mountains. But Tim was not defeated. He had used his time in captivity to hone his powers and to develop new techniques. He was stronger and more determined than ever to stop the evil men and protect the village. He escaped from the castle and made his way back to the village, where he rallied the people and led them into battle against the evil men. The battle was fierce, with lightning bolts and winds whipping all around them. But Tim was fearless, and he used his powers to outsmart the evil men and defeat them once and for all. The village was safe once again, and the people rejoiced. Tim had proven that even in the face of great evil, bravery and determination could overcome all obstacles. He had saved the village and become a true hero in the eyes of all. From that day on, Tim became a legend in the village. The people revered him and told stories of his bravery and heroism for generations to come. He lived a long and happy life, using his powers for good and always putting the needs of others before his own. And that, my dear children, is the story of Tim, the boy who was granted a special power by the lightning and used it to save his village from disaster. May his bravery inspire you to always help others and use your own unique talents for good. Sweet dreams,